So this weekend I watched All Her Fault. When I tell you it is thrilling, electric, dramatic, and cinematic, all balled up into one, it is the weekend, guys. So if you guys are looking for something very enjoyable, suspenseful, captivating, then this is your show. Because, there's so many twists and turns in it. I would say my overall review, is it all her fault? It didn't have to be. I'll put it like that. How would I categorize this show? I think I would put it in the psychological thriller realm, definitely suspense realm. It has all the pieces to the puzzle. I'm the kind of person, and I'm sure you guys are if you are in my algorithm, I like to find out what's going to happen. I can pretty much predict most of the things that's going to happen in the show, right? Especially based on who the characters have played in the past versus who they are now on camera. Like this detective, his name is Detective Alcaraz, for example. He always plays a good guy. So Dakota Fanning, count me in. Anytime I see her, I just know it's going to be a win. This cast overall, I feel like it was a good decision. Detective Alcaraz, I felt like he did an amazing job. This little boy they casted as Milo was adorable, and he played his role really well. I feel like the dad, Peter, we kind of knew who he was going to be based on who he's been in other shows. So it was kind of predictable in a sense that I knew who the characters were going to be honorable and who was going to be deceptive based on the characters they've played in previous roles, right? Now, the main actress, Sarah Snook, I'm not familiar with her work, right? I'm not familiar with her lore. So she plays Marissa in the show, and she is the redhead here next to Dakota. And we're not sure if we are to believe her. It's kind of like they casted this the way they did on purpose. Like all the main characters, we know them, we love them, we know that they're pretty righteous characters. And the deceptive characters, we know them to be historically deceptive characters. But with her, because she, in my world at least, I hadn't really known her on screen, I wasn't sure which way it was going to go. And she plays into that really well, because you're like, are these just white tears? Are you just making this up, or are you actually feeling what you're feeling? And when I tell you she played her role to the T, like I can't imagine anybody else casted for this role. She took us along for the ride. It was just such a pure portrayal of a mother yearning for her child. I can't ruin it for you. I'm sorry. I won't be that person, but there are some twists and turns, and if you've already seen the spoilers, then you know what's going on. You know whose fault it is. And like I said before, to me, is it all her fault? No, definitely not. But does she have a hand at it? I believe so. And in the end, kind of. But I love the detective. I love he's like, I know what happened. This is what happened. And like, she doesn't confirm or deny, just like I won't today. But I just say, go watch. You're gonna enjoy the ride. It's only 8 episodes. It really could have been longer. I like breezed through it. I binge watched it, and that's how much I enjoyed it. Only thing I will say, if you want me to give a critique, my critique would be Dakota Fanning character. Her character Jenny, right? I do understand why it's there. She is the antagonist to the protagonist. I get it, whatever. I think there could have been more depth there. If they do another season, obviously there will be a lot more flashbacks, but I feel like there could have been more depth to the relationship, or maybe I don't know. It was well done, because even that, it's like, why would I add more depth? That's the point, right? The point is we don't know her like this. But I would have wanted something to connect them a little more deeper, for her to be telling her such deep internal things about what she was doing, her next moves. How you gonna trust this girl when you just met her? So that kind of stuff, like I would have loved to see more development of their relationship after Milo went missing, so that we can kind of go along. And like that scene when she's like telling her some like deep stuff about her relationship, I was like, where did that come from? She didn't earn that. And I think that is the part of Marissa's character where she is too trusting, right? She's too trusting, and that is what got her in this place in the first place. So I don't know, like, there's some things to be critiqued about it, but one thing I will say is I am going to read the book.